Good morning, everybody. Well, what a crazy drop yesterday. Insane after the stream. Oh my gosh. And it's crazy that during the stream yesterday, made money on longs almost twice, right? One of them, I just decided to stop out break even. And just crazy candles. Like, this is 1,000+ point 4-hour candle. Yesterday, we moved, took out previous monthly low, took out previous daily low, previous weekly low, previous monthly lows. 1,200 point candle. Now, what does Friday bring us, right? That begs the question. What does Friday bring? Well, do you believe we have 10 a.m. news, right? I do believe we have 10 a.m. news, 9:45 and 10 a.m. news, okay? So vote in the chat whether you're bullish, bearish, or neutral. Yeah, who made money yesterday? What a crazy dump. Who made money on shorts? And who lost money? I'm sure plenty of people lost money as well. Oh my god. I did bring this bear hat on the stream. I told everyone last week I was gonna buy a bear hat. That's how I felt about the market, right? And then on the Ninja Trader stream the day before, yesterday, I wore this for the majority of the stream. Yesterday morning, I didn't wear it because I was in longs, right? But then, damn, almost wish I stayed on the stream for longer so I could wear this. Insane. Should give him a name, right? Should give him a name. Huge day for you yesterday, George. Nice, congrats. Someone made 441, someone lost 400. That's the way that it goes. Short W, shorts. I follow my Rui. That's a very long name. Fieves de Oliveira Ferraz says he followed my comment and traded London with a W. Nice job, bro. I was on the Ninja Trader afternoon stream on Wednesday with Kyle Jadecap. I was wearing that hat. Plenty of people were making fun of me in my hat, but I didn't care. Let's see here. The thing is, we hit all my levels for the sell side. We hit for now, right? There's still more downside here. But like I said, I don't think that we're going to get here in an orderly fashion unless there's some more like crazy geopolitical news that comes out. Okay? Just like we didn't hit this in a smooth fashion, right? Like yesterday started up all the way almost back up here. Let me see YM for a second. Yeah, YM ended up reaching into its daily FEG, took out Tuesday's high. YM was beautiful because it left this open. I believe it still has sell side, actually. Yeah, it still has its sell side to go for. Monthly lows. Anyway, hit so much sell side yesterday on the NASDAQ during New York session, right? That, like, damn, this is a previous monthly low. 158.50. How come the visibility isn't there? Okay, so the things to mark out now is definitely 9:45 news, 10 a.m. news, and previous day low. And to mark out, I don't need this sell side anymore, this sell side, this sell side. I'm going to mark this PM at previous month low, PML. What a time to be alive. Let's get rid of this. Now we see. By the way, I got a new chair. What do you guys think? I don't know. I might switch it out for my other one. I got the Eames, whatever this one's called. I mean, no, not the Eames. Herman Miller. I don't remember. So I was just testing this out to see if this $1,000 chair is better than my $200 chair, but I don't know. I like a headrest. The M body. That's what it's called. Good morning, Flocka. Good morning, Flocka Himro said good morning, Frank. The Rolex of chairs? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna see how it is. How do I just shoo the chat away? I don't see the chat right now. Gotta refresh. Okay. No, where's the hat? The thing is that we hit all my sell side targets, so I don't want to be like that with the hat right now. So I don't want to look like an idiot if we retrace. Mark out maybe TGIF levels. Your thoughts, feelings, throw in the chat. Here's the open. The opens here. Again, like I'm not rushing into anything. I would rather let the bulls and the bears fight it out. We have been consolidating overnight, which is a good thing, right? It's a good thing to have some consolidation after a huge move. It's a good thing that consolidated during Asia and London, so then maybe we will have some New York movement. Okay, so we can mark out London low. Can mark out this, well, on the ES, actually, it's just the tiniest of hourly fair value gaps. I wouldn't really care that much about it. See, on the 15, it's cleaner. I honestly feel as though low could be in for the week. But it's always good to mark out your lows and your highs, so mark out London low, and then we'll see if there's any sort of SMTs that already happened. I have plenty of time until what is it called? The news. Yummy. So again, we're having humongous ranges. So I'm like already moving my like my Ninja Trader to MNQ and MES. Because the thing is, it's micros make money too. And it's just easier to manage. Like if I have, now my stop's like 50 points instead of the usual 25, then I just have to go smaller sizing. Or else, you know, risk blowing up accounts. Because now that would be double sizing. Okay, so yeah, I've got all that marked out now. TJIF. Got the, let me see the 30-minute on ES and NASDAQ. Oh, it's quite interesting. Is it similar to the 15? Should I add the 30-minute to my regular minute intervals? I don't know. Some people really love it. I'm fine with like looking at the 15 instead. I bet it's the similar or the same. Yeah. So it's very similar. Okay, so humongous 15-minute fair value gap from 7:30. What happened to the market that it fell so much? A lot of the Fed speakers are talking about how they don't want to cut rates in December. And also, I believe there's some like geopolitical news that came out, but I think it's mostly about the Fed. Their speeches. So we got to watch out. Always have, listen, people, if you're using Forex Factory, my filters are literally just USD because that's all I trade is US indices, but I always make sure I have yellow folder and no folder on, okay, on the filters. All of them I check off because these people matter that are talking, all these Fed speakers, because everyone's waiting to see, you know, what's the likelihood that we're going to cut rates again in December. We have all these Fed speakers this morning up until here, so I wouldn't even be surprised if that push-up is because of something someone had said. I've been looking at my timeline, and someone did say that they're against cutting rates. Let's see, flash map. So you have 9:45, red folder, and also 10 a.m. news. And this 10 a.m. news can be very volatile. I basically regard, always time when I see U of M, I regard that as red folder, essentially. Little tips. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Not much, just lots of back and forth here so far. So I actually almost consider that we're gonna dip into here and hang around here likely before this news. Let me see this previous daily low. I think that is kind of important. That ES now came up here with that. We don't have any, I'm not going to go short into just for this little move because we could end up popping back up. It's not like one of the indices took out a major high and the other one didn't. So, in fact, it's kind of leaving equal highs up here, so it's pretty good. Maybe later for the longs. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna mark previous daily low again out for NASDAQ because I believe that is pretty important. This is the previous daily low here. but then this is also the Tuesday low that I really liked. Here, actually I like this one more. So this is the one I marked out as sell side. It's a previous day low. It's not yesterday's low, but it's a previous daily low. Okay. Yeah, just a lot of back and forth right now. Okay. What are you guys voting in the chat? Let me see how many of you guys are bullish, how many are bearish, etc. Yeah, 945 is PMI. I marked out 10, let me mark out also 945. I marked it out on the yes already. Okay, that's good. So previous monthly low is here. Nasdaq just popped down to it and wicked it so far. We have been hanging around it now. I do think that we could get much further down to the downside. See, previous monthly low is 158.50, and then if I go in the monthly, I mean, a bunch of monthly fair value gaps. We have been just pushing up the past, 6 or 7 months in green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months of green candles. And we literally have a monthly FEG here and here. Let me look at the entire leg up. You know, it's about that time we look at monthly levels because we just hit a monthly level, right? Oh yeah, why isn't it visible? Okay. Wow. This is 50%. This lower one, just real interesting actually. Let's see if that lines up anything on the weekly. Well, yeah, there's a bunch of sell side here and a weekly FEG here. Question is, how are we going to get to here? Because it is the holiday season. So I don't know how quick and how, well, we've seen already that on the 4-hour, on the way down so far, it wasn't like the cleanest. This whole thing definitely got some bulls back in it, and this as well. So so that's why I'm kind of thinking that we could retrace today. I don't know, to 50. It could be. It's a Friday, and maybe some people don't want to go home short. You know? TGIF would only need, let's see, TGIF. Yeah, I did mark out the entire weekly range, right? No, Monday's high is here. Right? Oh no, Monday's all the way up. No, it is here. Yeah. So let me do that for ES now. ES, there is a hourly FEG at around 50% of the entire, I did it not. Weekly range. So, I mean, if we get some volatility from the news, then I could look for that. NASDAQ, pretty similar here. 50% is over here. And an hourly FEG. This is from a while ago. I gotta delete that. Delete this, delete this, delete this. Okay. This giant 1 hour from yesterday. Gigantic, right? Wonder how big this is. Probably like 300 points. 500 points. Wow. Okay. So, what do you think? What do you guys think? Let's see what chat voted so far. And I'm going to end the poll now. How many votes are in? 938 votes. %52 bullish, 29% bearish, 19% neutral. Wow. Yeah, we had a humongous move yesterday, so. It takes some time. Also, we have that news in about 1 minute coming in. About actually 10 seconds. Anything good? Let's see. Not really. Bitcoin dropped to 80,000 last night. This morning, actually, this morning. See on the 4 hour now. Someone asked me to look at Bitcoin. I said it could go lower. I said it wasn't a weekly, but it could definitely go lower into. I thought it's even nothing here is really supporting this. It could definitely go here. Like I said, I wouldn't go long Bitcoin. Like, I'm not a short-term Bitcoin trader. I'm like more. I'm kind of looking to see to buy long-term, and for me to do that, I need to see a 4-hour shift in structure. All right, indices are dropping a bit. What did I even mark out this for? Just a 15-minute low. Okay. A lot of consolidation to start out the morning, and now it's dropping a bit. See that hourly? I am kind of interested in why I'm being weaker right now. And like I said, it didn't hit that weekly low level. I mean, that monthly low. What this looks like right now. YM, right? Daily FEG rejected yesterday, quite a rejection. This 4-hour just tapped above it. Tapped into this 4-hour here. See the 15. So I gotta be careful. I'm definitely gonna be watching YM on the side here on the screens, because if, let's say NASDAQ is, or ES, let's say ES is stronger and YM is weak, really weak, kind of sussed out by that. Like typically they are kind of inversely correlated to NASDAQ, YM, and ES, but like the best moments are like this drop when they all move in tandem. So also it has this low here. Maybe the move is to short YM today. See the 15. Certainly no SMT is really on the 15 between YM and ES, I don't think. No. It could dig again into this 4-hour. That's the thing that I'm sort of worried about. Let's mark out YM's move here. Kind of need to see it break below this low, I'd say. These lows. London low. And stay below them. Like, I'll put an alert in actually on YM. So far, it's also in this 15-minute. It's not really doing well within it. Like, NASDAQ kind of is, and ES is. They're doing decently. Yeah, we need to see. I think 10 a.m. news might send us out of here. Be good if it does. Hourly low, previous hourly low was here. Just swapped it. Some people might be just getting long there, putting a stop here. I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's the midpoint of its 15-minute that it stopped. It did have a little 2-minute inversion. I think even on the 1-minute inverted this. So some people might be getting long here. I feel like I need somewhat of a better displacement, and also I'm just going to wait for a high to get broken first. And I do have my alert in if YM does end up breaking that London low. Because if that happens, you know, I'd less likely want to long the indices, and maybe I would want to, especially if indices, ES and NASDAQ look a little bit weaker, then I'd maybe look to short YM. I don't know. So it's either that. That's sort of my idea today. Kind of bullish these guys because we had a huge push down lower. We consolidate overnight. Maybe here we'll have a retracement into, you know, TJIF. Wait, actually, I have both NASDAQ and ES open right now. LOL. Okay, here we are. NASDAQ's a bit better, right? Slightly better structurally. Oh, let's see what happens here. I don't know who David Ick is. Let me see. La 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 la. So I have micro ES and micro NASDAQ set up right now. So you have micro set up in case I do want to get in. How did I work on my trading psychology? Read the mental game of trading and actually do the things in the book that it tells you to do. Stop reading a million things and just actually do something, right? Stop watching so many videos and actually like do things like worksheets and journaling, talking to yourself and reflecting, right? That's the truth. So many people, you know, they're looking for the easy way out. You can't learn how to play basketball by watching basketball videos. Can't learn how to have better trading psychology by just reading about trading psychology. Like, I actually have work on things, write them out, have reminders on my desk, etc. All right, so this was good. Looks interesting enough right now. Congrats to anyone that took that like earlier long, right? They positioned themselves earlier. They were correct there. Plus the 945 dump. Yeah, so that could be the manipulation leg. I'm personally now going to wait until 10, I believe. I think that's the smartest thing to do at the moment. Let me move this a little bit more to the left so I can see it. I don't want to see a strong 15-minute close. Like, I wouldn't really worry if feeling like I've missed the move. I wouldn't. It would be better if it actually closed strong on the 15 here, but it's sort of not. Consolidating. Uh-oh. Maybe they're coming back to have a SMT at a low. But both of them pretty much stopped near 50% of that 15-minute FEG, by the way. And there's no 1 minute fair value gap anywhere to be seen here. There is a 2 minute here, down all the way down here. And this is midnight open. Maybe NASDAQ decides to find a bid here. I don't know. That's the point. Just waiting for more information. Kind of worried about that at the moment that NASDAQ took out pre-market highs. ES didn't. So that's where I'm kind of cautious now. Maybe it's doing seek and destroy. And maybe it wants to do a little SMT here at the low. I don't know. It's good that YM is finding a bid. So is RTY. Here we got 10 a.m. news. That's not really promising. Market's asleep? Or what? Yeah. ICT's in the chat. What's up? How are you? Isn't used, wait 10 minutes. Nothing displaced, walk away. Yeah. We'll see. Tanya, you didn't take that 1 minute FEG? I don't know what you're talking about right now. It's been pretty messy since the morning started. I'm pretty happy I didn't take anything yet. So far, like I said, I was worried about this pre-market high got taken for NASDAQ and not ES. So I was laying off the longs. This 10 a.m. news came back into this bearish fair value gap and was rejected, and now creeping towards the New York session low since we opened. It's going to be really interesting here if we don't hit this low on ES. We're going to have SMTs on both sides if that happens. Which one is weaker today? They're both kind of flat and near yesterday's close. Okay, so there is an SMT at this low now. And NASDAQ is certainly like inverting here. Having some inversions on the 1 minute. Tapped midnight open right now and just hurried away from it. Like 40 points in that 1 second. Oh no, I missed that entry. It's okay. I'm literally just gonna mark out. I'm not chasing anything today, just to be clear. So I'm gonna mark out where this is 15%, 50%, below 50% is this. I'd be okay with longing there if it came to here. Okay, I'm in that now. Just got filled. Actually like that this is like 300s again. A nice round number. Obviously, if ES hits this low, then I'm gonna get stopped out, but all right, I said I wasn't gonna chase, so let's see if that's a good entry. YM is like slowly staircasing up, which is a good sign. So far, that's a really good entry for me. So far. Like I said, I'm taking micros now. I have to have much wider stops. I have 11 micros rather than my usual 2 to 3 minis. But I'm risking the same amount, 1500. Okay, that's a good entry so far. We'll see if it actually gets anywhere. And if it comes back up to here again, it's not even a bad RR. I do like that YM is staircasing up. Maybe YM found the low for the day also. I do like this SMT at the low. Let's see. Oh, I don't like that it's coming back down there. I'm not totally loving that, but still in this. Yeah, still didn't take this out at least, but don't love this. See how this closes. If it closes above this fair value gap, I'm still alive, basically. Oh no, probably gonna get stopped out there. Mm-mm. Really is creeping lower and lower. It's crazy. You guess still didn't hit this though. I don't know. I don't know if this is worth it for me to stay in anymore. See if it comes back to my break even. I'll just take take that off for now. Basically break even. I just don't like how it closed there. If we come back up above this, I'll like re-enter, essentially. But I think I took just a tiny loss on that right now. Right? Much less than the original stop. Like I took 0.3 R off. Just don't feel comfortable there taking that anymore. I took oh okay, a fifth of my risk. I just don't want to hold through that after that closure there, and I feel like it gave me the opportunity there to kind of get out at the moment. Hanging on by a thread there. I feel like if this was going to have a nice reaction, right, then that wick should have stayed in place and ran up from there. So far good management because it is creeping lower there. It comes back up and closes back above this FEG, then I'd probably try a re-entry, but other than that, it's really not doing much here. See what it does. I'm not in a hurry to put down more risk again, by the way. Right? I said I wouldn't want to chase, got filled here. Was a good entry, then it, dipped way too down, and then I cut it here, essentially. There's no more displacements. So, okay. Can't do nothing there. Stock heat map, NVIDIA's down 1.7. I said I'll get back in if it closes back above this. That didn't close back above. Oh, NASDAQ. What's wild is that the low is still not taken. So like if I was in this trade, I still wouldn't be stopped out. If I was still in. And ES still didn't take like this low. But the problem is we're not getting any displacements to the upside. Oh, well, that just took that low. Okay. And ES took the low there. All right, let's go to this higher time frame now. Well, all right, this is just a lot of foo-foo back and forth, you guys. Honestly, I'm okay with that. But we're just going to continue consolidating after a large move. I'm okay with that. Like, one thing I am thinking about is that this SMT at the high remained intact, and we did go drip lower here. We had an SMT at first here, but then we ended up dripping lower, so that's no longer there. It's pointing to lower prices, but the thing is, I don't really see much. I put this sell side over here, but we're still in this larger 15-minute area. And without many displacements to the downside, if this 1 minute had some sort of interesting displacement, then would be a different story. So like we came back to this inversion now. Oh, this is pretty tough action to deal with, to be honest. Maybe we close below this, create a BPR here, and this might be a decent stop here to go for that. Okay, I'm gonna try this short right now. I just got filled. And if I get stopped out of that, it just means we're having a lot of back and forth. Well, it's clear I'm probably gonna get stopped out of that immediately. Okay. Nine, 5, 2. Oh my god, I just want to cancel it immediately. I'm canceling that, I don't care. I'm canceling that. Alright, well, we're just gonna have some more consolidation. Paid the price on that one. Paid the price on that one for no reason, kind of. I don't know. So I lost 1K on that trade there. Still less than my normal, but I feel like that was probably unnecessary. Feel as though that was probably unnecessary. I would have gone stopped out anyway for the record there. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. It was 15. It's the thing, we're wicking this. I maybe should have waited. Still above this. Can't really have any bias right now. YM is actually pumping now. It looked like it was shifting lower for a minute there, but it's pumping. See this? Immediate rebalance to here. Now we're pumping there. It's crazy. Trying one more shot at this. I try long here. Oh, I'm already in it. One more shot. Oh well. Well, market wanted to go around today. Oh my god. Probably should not have done that one. L. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's a FAFO market today. Really. I feel like draws you in, stops you out, you know? Gotta be careful. I wasn't as careful as I wanted to be. And that's fun. That's fine. These stops are super wide too, actually. I didn't even realize until afterwards. It's like, okay, I probably should have taken like 5 micros on that one, not 10. Yeah, I don't know. It's clearly just going back and forth and fucking me up, so. I don't know, but I don't know. Gotta. The best thing for me to do is probably to walk away right now. Damn, son. Hmm. I started off much better. I cut this trade here and I was happy about it. I probably should have just left it alone. Like ICT said, it was like, if we don't displace after 10 minutes after news, you should probably walk away. We didn't really have any more displacements. Yeah, learn from my mistakes. That second trade cost me like $1,500. 16. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, there's not really, I don't know. It feels like, okay, then now it entices people to go short. Now it's going to stop the shorts out. Like, it's really just a seek and destroy, I feel like. You know, I tried to short it here, got immediately stopped there. And then I was like, all right, longs, this was a nice immediate rebalance. Maybe we'll go back up. And that was my mistake for constantly flipping, because I was long, short, then long again. It was like, clearly you don't have a higher time frame idea right now. Be too cute after making a lot yesterday. It's like, okay, you shouldn't. Yeah, yesterday was a different thing because there's way more higher time frame lows to go for. Right now, we're just okay. Could retrace. Yeah, that was probably not a good idea when I entered that long. I said that if I get stopped out immediately here, it means that we're in consolidation when on that short, and I did. So I don't know why. That was really impulsive of me. Whatever. I'm not perfect. Paid the price there. Yeah, I don't have anything to say here. We're getting to the sell side maybe in like just a super high resistance fashion. I thought that this had a potential order block because it took out that high. But yeah, I think that we're just probably fucking up people on both sides if they're trying to trade this. Like I got messed up on both the short and the long. Let me think about that. Where it entered, I probably should have. I don't know. From where it entered, my stop was here. Not like the worst, but I definitely should have taken more smaller sizing, I think. Now we have take out the low, creeping back up. Like, this is retarded action. Let's think about next week. All right, I need to reframe myself because I think I need to, next week, reframing myself. Today I was trying some maybe retracement longs after a large day yesterday, and I did try a short, but next week I'm only doing shorts. Because looking at the monthly and the weekly, I think there's more downside here and there. But the issue is what's the weekly FEG. So I want to see how we close today. If we close below this, yeah, I definitely think next week has more downside. I feel like I might even swing some options, but long dated ones because it's holiday season. Next week it's Thanksgiving, right? So intraday though, this is caca. This is very ugly. I'm not happy with myself on the last execution, or even the first one, really. I don't know. Think about that. I'd say this long was probably silly of me. I didn't even notice that ES, yeah, ES taking out these longs. I think I wasn't paying enough attention there. Those highs, but I saw YM going towards its highs. I just kind of got enticed there. All right. That was a good review. I'd say this was a good long idea when I tried that trade, and I was really good at canceling that. But then here, what did I do? I tried a short here. And got stopped out pretty much immediately. And I think that's when I should have walked away. I mean, just stopped. Instead, this push up higher really enticed me there. This FEG and going to the upside. But we're clearly seeing that in actually fair value gaps are not really getting so much respected on both sides. You see this one here or this one here. So it is pretty difficult action to be dealing with. Let's see. That stopped out there. I'm fine. Like I said, like I needed to walk away. It's not that I had to flip again and go short. I don't think so. I'm not in the right mind frame. This is crazy. It feels like it's consolidating. It's just going lower, and that's still 300 point range. Sheesh. Really got to bring those, go even smaller on my sizing. Let's stay as range. 400 points. Okay. Yeah, that's an L for me. L day. But whatever, two losses. It's not the end of the world. I don't know why did we have to come up here again? It's so annoying. That messed me up. Dude, I don't know. That retracement up there, what was the point of doing that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's about time I should just freaking step away from this because now I'm annoyed that it ended up hitting my sell side target from this earlier short. And then we had to first we had to stop me out and entice me to go too long. Like that's just how the market is sometimes. And clearly it's just not my day there. Not my day, maybe later. I don't even think so. I feel like I'll let this do whatever it wants to do today. I'll just come back next week. There's still plenty of more action that's going to happen next week. I think we could get to here. I don't think that will happen today. If we lose 1,000 points today, that would be truly insane. And I don't really think we would. See this yesterday. Where are we at now? Here. That's all I'm going to do is position myself for some long-term options shorts for like a month out. Go on QQQ and see what I'm going to do there. It's like 560 a month out. Well, maybe like 540s. Yeah. That way, risk is premium paid. We'll probably put 550s. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to position myself for some shorts in QQQ. Take out like, what's today? Yeah, a month out. $550s in case we do get there. Yeah. That way, I can be positioned for if we do have, even today, a larger move lower. But like I said, holiday season, so that's why I'm taking more time on it. I'm going to look at the prices and see what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, I like 550s a month out. All right, that's my thought, because I think that if I keep trying to do dilly-dally today, I'm going to get bitten off. I'm going to bite off more than I could chew, essentially. Yeah, so GG's, don't be a degenerate. Don't be like me. Clearly, I was a degenerate there where I flipped long here. That was very degenerate of me, actually. And yeah, don't get caught up in the minutia. I think next week I'm definitely looking for shorts only. I'm gonna come in. And even if it doesn't work out, I could probably, even if it goes up, I can make shorts on retracements and things like that. It's just about staying focused and not getting caught up in another side of the move. So then I could re-enter on another way if it reconfirms, like here. So anyway, I mean, I'm not happy with today. 2 losses. And that's never fun on a Friday. No. So I'll see you next week. And I mean, I'm pretty much what I'm gonna do is what I always do is if I have a tougher day, I mean, always at the end of my trading session, just basically close my trading software so I don't turn a 3K loss into like 10K loss. And yeah, I don't know. See you next week. Yeah, I hope that watching at least me talk to myself is helpful because you can't get yourself into a pissed off mood and then reverse again. It's bad. It's bad habits. So yeah.